Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Wilmington Wildcats Weekly here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. It's set for week number 8 as Streator in town to take on the Wilmington Wildcats. We're about 13 minutes away or so from opening kick here tonight in what is a cold, kind of rainy, typical October night, I guess.
Yeah, the guys in the booth here have been wanting a heater, so it is a little on the chilly side, and the dampness of the air really gets to you, but we're ready for football tonight.
Well, Streator's in town, and this is a game, we talked last week when Streator was matched up with Lyle. We said this could be a tricky matchup for Lyle because of what kind of Streator brings to the table. And it's the same thing tonight. This could be a tricky game for Wilmington, particularly with some players out. Streator comes in having a few close games, even though they're 2-5. And again, this is one of kind of those trip-up games looking ahead to Plano, and you got to get past this one first.
Yeah, and Streator lost to Lyle last week by one field goal. So they play them really, really tough, so we can't take this one for granted at all.
So the Cats out on the field right now in their all-purple uniforms tonight with white numbers, letters, and paw prints on the side of the helmet. Streator will be in their white jerseys tonight with red helmets, red shorts, and also those red numbers and letters as we get set once again for football week 8 senior night here in Wilmington. That's why we're a little bit late getting on the air. We had to wait through about 35 seniors all over the place. And it was a lot. And they're finally done with that, and we're getting set for football here. We're going to take our first break of the night, and actually we're just going to get right to our interview with the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raints. When we come back from that particular interview, we will get to looking at other games from around the area and some results from last week as well, as Wilmington Wildcats Weekly rolls on here on the Christian Internet Sports Network, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Back with our interview with Coach Raints in just a moment. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. Welcome back here at Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, and joined once again by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raints. And Coach, a good win at Reed Custer, and matter of fact, all 3 teams over the weekend winning at Reed Custer. And not only that, a good performance on both sides of the football.
Yeah, it really was. I think like a great weekend for us. We win big. Our sophomores win 7-0, and then our freshmen go win 14-7. And so real proud of all 3 levels. No, we came out defensively. I thought we played really well. Had a couple turnovers, got the ball in the end zone early. I think it kind of relaxed our kids. And then the rest of the game, we played well, able to throw the ball a little bit offensively, as people saw. And then defensively, we were able to contain Loomis, who's a really good athlete for Reed Custer. And so we got some things to fall our way. We got some breaks, so it was good to see.
One of the nice things about Friday was even when some things went wrong, whether it was the turnover on the punt, we had some other things, it seemed like immediately the kids turned back around and had a play going right after that. In fact, I think after the punt, the next play was a fumble recovery that you ended up with. It just seemed like they had something every night, had an answer.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. Our kids didn't hang their heads. I think, I tell you what, I hope they learned a lesson there at Herscher. Because you remember that game, we went back and forth. Our kids had adversity. They hung in there. I think they did the same thing against Braidwood. We had a few things go against us. We dropped a punt. We had a fumble. Defense went out there, got the ball back right away. And so our kids aren't hanging their heads. And hopefully they've learned that over the last couple of games. And that's something we're going to need going into Streator.
Well, and there have been a few things the last couple of weeks, whether it be for injuries or other reasons, that kind of people have been moved around a little bit. We saw a different place kicker in there for most of that game because of Trey. And then you saw Trey go down with his injury, and then some different people plugged in at the back positions. Just an opportunity there to get different people in the game and then try to work and see how is that going to affect what you have going on.
It really does, and you get to see those kids in those kind of situations. Some kids thrive in those situations, and some kids shy away from it. The Richards kid came in and did well kicking for us. A.J. Myers, we moved him up midweek. to play varsity football as a sophomore. He came up and had a really good game, and we're going to need him again this week. And so, I mean, it's good to see. And from our standpoint, our seniors are leading us. It's good to see some young kids get time for the future. But again, those young kids got to lean on leadership, and that's where our seniors come through with their leadership and able to keep us going in the right direction.
Well, you get a Streator team. You know, we said during our broadcast last week that Lyle better be real careful with Streator, because that's not really the same team that they've been the last few years. That's a competitive football team.
Yeah.
And they give Lyle a game. So, and then coming down here with the size, they're a much larger school. They got some big kids, got some good skill kids. A game that kind of gets your attention, even though you have that 2-5 record that they're bringing in.
You know what? You're exactly right. And you know what? Lyle's done it now to us 2 weeks in a row where, you know, we're not, I think the Reed Custer score woke us up. Hey, we're playing a good Reed Custer team. It was the same thing when we got in the locker room after the game against Braidwood, and we hear, hey, Lyle and Streator, it went right down to the wire. And holy cow, you know, so that really gets your attention. And, you know, we talked about it before. I think the I-8 parity is even, and Streator's right in that mix. I know they're 2-5. They could easily have 2 more wins, and, you know, they could be 4-3 right now. So, you know, it's a big game. It's a big game for our seniors. It's our last home official one of the year, and so let's make sure we're going out with a great effort.
You know, you talked to Catbackers the other night. This being senior night, it just seems like out of nowhere that game shows up.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the middle of a schedule where it's kind of going back and forth, and then, oh, look, it's the last home game of the year.
Yeah, and it's part of that is, you know, and that's just not with the football team, but with the whole community and everybody involved. When it's going in a good direction, I know we've had some losses this year, but overall, it's been a successful year. And part of it is when it's going that fast, that means good things are happening. And we really like to put the brakes on to enjoy it, but we all know it doesn't work like that. You just keep going full throttle as fast as you can, and then you look back after the season's over and enjoy the memories. But right now, just like you said, it is flying by, no doubt about it.
Well, and then lastly tonight, you know, the first half of the year, the injury thing wasn't really there, and now all of a sudden there's a few of those things cropping up. So why don't you catch us up on where you're at there?
Yeah, no, well, good to have Rodewald back. I'm glad to see he got in the game some the other night. And then we had the Holman kid. He's out with appendicitis. But Trey Shaw's going to have to sit out this game, maybe the next one too. We're going to see how he recovers, but for sure this game. And so Sammy Hafner's going to have to pick up the load a little bit at the wingback spot. You'll probably see Rodewald play a little bit at the wingback spot, and we go from there. But you know, it's next man up. We feel bad for Trey and Holman, but by the same token, they're going to play the game, and so we got to get ready with our guys. And they've had a good week of practice, so hopefully that'll come through for us on Friday.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you again in the postgame.
All right, Johnny. Appreciate it, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Coach Reed's joining us here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. A quick commercial break. We'll come back, get you set for football tonight. Also go over some scores from last week and preview what's going on this week as well. We'll do all that in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred & Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred & Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred & Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today. Getting set for opening kick tonight here from Wilmington. Reitz Stadium, or I guess it's Becker Field at Reitz Stadium, depending on how you want to put those two things together. I think that's the way you have to refer to it.
That's correct.
About 3 minutes away from opening kick. Just going over some matchups tonight around the area, some key stuff. Wilmington at 4-3, hosting Streator at 2-5. Piatone at 3-4 tonight will host Mantino at 1-6. Lyle, undefeated at 7-0, will host Sandwich, who is now 3-4 and fighting to stay playoff eligible. Oregon at 2-5 will be at North Boone. They're 5-2. Herscher at 4-3 will host Plano, also at 4-3, as both those teams try to stay alive in the playoff fight. Braidwood or Reed Custer at 2-5 will host Coal City tonight at 6-1. So another rivalry game for the Reed Custer Comets. Yeah. Other games going on around the state as well. Winnebago at 4-3 will go up against Dixon at 5-2. IC Catholic, who's undefeated at 7-0, will take on Wheaton St. Francis tonight at 6-1. Bishop Mack at 6-1 will host Aurora Central Catholic at 2-5. Morris at 3-4 and needing to win out to be playoff eligible will be at Caneland tonight. They are 5-2. Byron at 7-0 will take on Genoa Kingston. They're 6-1. St. Joe Ogden at 4-3 will be up against Stanford Olympia tonight at 1-6, and a battle of undefeated teams also going on. Washington at 7-0 will take on Metamora tonight at 7-0 as well. A couple other matchups. JCA at 4-3 will be at Nazareth Academy tonight at 6-1. Williamsville at 6-1 will go up against 1-6 Pittsfield. Oregon, as we mentioned tonight, will take on North Boone. Farmington, the Farmers, who were in that undefeated matchup last week, they're at 7-0, and they'll take on Abingdon tonight at 2-5. Right. We will take a look at most of those scores later on in our IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. And also, we will take a full check of the rest of the Chicagoland scores as well. But we'll keep a specific eye tonight. You know, I've been picking out some stuff here. Washington and Metamora, a battle of the undefeateds. We'll keep an eye on that as well. As the Cats will get ready to take the field here tonight with fireworks going off on the far distance. And the Cats will run down through a couple of Harleys in the end zone tonight. Not too many. It's freezing cold as the cannon here tonight fired off on that side of the field, as well as Wilmington will get set to go up against Streator. Fireworks still going off.
I was say the fireworks are getting longer all year, aren't they? It's still going.
Well, it'll be interesting tonight. Wilmington down a couple of people. Cameron Holman with appendicitis was out last week. He's out tonight. He's probably out for the foreseeable future. Trey Shaw is out tonight with an injury that they're thinking maybe next week, maybe not. He might be out to the playoffs as well. So it's, you know, Coach Reed said next man up, and he means it, because tonight that's exactly what they're going to need. Sam Hafner is going to have to step up at that wingback spot. We saw Grant Imhoff do a really nice job in the defensive line last week. So, you know, that's just kind of where you're at. You don't really have a choice. I mean, it is what it is.
That's what happens in football as you go. Well, most in any sport, as you go through the year, you usually lose a player or two here or there along the way, twisted ankles or whatnot. And Wilmington is no exception, and they've lost two valuable ones this time.
All right, that brings Wilmington Wildcats Weekly to a close. Big thank you to Breezer Construction Company for sponsoring that again tonight. As Streator will tee it up, they'll get set to kick off left to right here tonight. Back deep for Wilmington is, I believe that's Sam Hafner at the 15-yard line. Also, Antonio Tafoya back at his own 10.
Well,
a little bit of a late start tonight with senior night and everything that kind of got stacked up here a little bit.
Yeah, it got a little bit. Well, we're ready to let it go. They're teeing up, and evidently Streator must have won the toss because they're kicking off. If Wilmington would have won the toss, they would have chosen to wait.
All right, so Greg Rashid, a 6'2", 150-pound junior, kicks off, dropped, and now picked up back at the 6-yard line, and returning out across the 10 to the 15 is Sam Hafner. Couldn't quite field the kickoff cleanly, and now Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 15. So again tonight, you'll see a different set of backs. Trey Shaw not playing due to an injury. So it'd be a little bit different look in that backfield, although Sam Hafner has played a lot this year at that wingback spot.
Yes, he has.
He'll get to start there tonight. Now, the one positive for Wilmington is Rodewald is back in at fullback. Jacob played some defensively last week. They thought they were going to have to really kind of hold him out of the lineup, but he ended up playing more than they thought, as now Keaton Hopwood up under center. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 15. Handoff left side. Big hole and out across the 25 to near the 30-yard line goes Connor Dempsey. Good run there on 1st down. He'll pick up, let's call it 12 yards and a Wilmington 1st down out to the 27. Good strong run for Connor to start things off here tonight. For Streator up front, Dylan Wolford, 5'10", 200-pound senior. I believe that's Caden Stasko, 6'3", 280-pound senior, lined up basically a nose guard. Handoff goes right side. This is Hafner, and he'll churn ahead for 4, close to 5. Streator will more than likely play at that 4-down lineman spot here tonight. They usually go a 4-4 front. On the far side is Hayden Rathburn, 6 foot, 180-pound junior. Also out there is Alex Granados, a 5'7", 235-pound senior. That's the defensive front for Streator, so not small by any stretch of the imagination. 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington. Ball at their own 31, 10:43 to go opening quarter, and every single person on Streator jumped off sides with Sam Hafner, the stop motion. Yeah, there's no way it can be a false start unless you count Sam Hafner with the false. And I don't know how that can be. You can go in motion and stop. And Coach Reince all the way out near the yard markers to argue that. There is absolutely nothing illegal about that. You can go in motion and stop. And matter of fact, it should have been offsides. There's nothing there that says that that's a false start. But in any case, it'll be 2nd and 11.
I think they caught the referees off by surprise as well.
All right, so 2nd and 11 as now Dempsey with the stop motion far side. Now comes back off the left side across the 35 out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 11 more and a Wilmington 1st down as, boy, Connor has had a couple of nice runs so far tonight. There is a defender down for Streator. I believe that's Riley McCurdy.
Oh, boy.
A 5'10", 175-pound junior as he's laying down at the 38-yard line. 10:15 to go opening quarter. No score between Wilmington and Streator. And so far, the Cats have had no problems moving the football.
It looked like the young man was reaching down to his ankle, his right ankle maybe, I'm not sure, but I don't think it's anything too serious. Here he's getting up now, walking a little bit gingerly on his own.
So it is McCurdy. He's kind of limping off the far sideline, and Wilmington will be back at it. 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. And again, the Wildcats without Trey Shaw tonight. But so far, Connor Dempsey has been very successful on his first few carries.
This is exactly what the Wildcats want to do, is march down the field, use up the clock, and eat up the ground.
All right, everything packed in out of the double wing again. 1st and 10, handoff right side. This is Hafner as he'll pick up a couple of yards out near the 40. Bring up 2nd and 8 for Wilmington. Of course, up front for the Cats tonight. Dave Schnicker off that left tackle position at 6'3", 304. Just to the outside of him at the tight end spot is Hunter Doherty at 6'1", 277 pounds at a junior. Jack Kettman on that offensive line, 5'11", 205. He's a senior. On the far side, you have Cameron Harbor at 5'9", 190 pounds. He's also a senior, as we'll go through the last couple here in just a moment. Hafner in motion, gets the handoff across the 45. He's got a 1st down all the way out to midfield. A gain of 10 and a Wilmington 1st down.
Boy, they're nice blocking up front. They're opening up some nice running lanes.
By the way, Jesse Cox, 6 feet, 193 pounds, and a senior. He's up front. Ethan White at 5'9", 198 pounds, also a senior up front for the Cats, too.
Yeah, they brought the big guy in on the right end, number 77.
Yeah, Streator's trying to mix things up a little bit. By the way, that number 77, 6 feet, 300 pounds off that right side. So they didn't go smaller, that's for sure. Out of the double wing, handoff left side, and that's kind of what that gets you.
They ran right into him.
That wasn't going anywhere. Connor Dempsey ran into a wall. If you say the 300-pounder to the all the way to the outside, and then Alex Granados was right next to him at 5'7", 235, and that's
actually lost a yard.
That's a lot of individual to try to run through.
Oh, yeah. They tried running right in the strongest part of the defense, it looked like, and it didn't make it.
All right, 2nd down and 9 for Wilmington. You can officially give Connor Dempsey 1 yard there. Again, Rodewald in there at fullback. Hafner and Dempsey are the wingbacks. Hopwood under center, pitches it right side. This is Hafner. Ran into his own guy, really. Got spun out of bounds. Out across the 45, down near the 43 of Streator. Good run there for Sam Hafner. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 3 after a gain of 6. Well, and based upon what we've seen so far, you feel pretty comfortable with Wilmington running the football tonight.
This is exactly what they want to do.
I haven't seen a whole lot there that makes me believe that Streator can stop it on a regular basis, but you never know. So again, Streator with 4 down linemen, basically that 4-4 front, but they're really getting about 10 guys in the box, more or less. And well, I'm not sure what happened there. Hafner went stop motion, and the entire left side for Wilmington moved, and it goes from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. And those are the kind of things that you really can't afford to have if you're Wilmington, particularly down a couple of guys tonight.
Who's 47?
That is Hunter Doherty.
That's right. He switched numbers.
Yeah, he started the year at 71, but they moved him to end. And he's got a different number. He's lined up just to the outside of Schnicker there.
He caught a pass last week, too.
So back to the double wing, 3rd down and 8 for Wilmington. Handoff underneath. Hafner's got a 1st down inside the 40.
Wow.
And down near the 35-yard line.
Came through there like a jet.
A gain of 14 yards. And a Wilmington 1st down to the 36 of Streator. 7:24 to go opening quarter and no score.
So far, Hafner has 5 carries for 30 yards, averaging 6 yards a carry.
So the Cats have it 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line of Streator. Everybody packed in again. Still double wing. Hopwood pitches it left side. Dempsey getting the corner inside the 35 to the 30, down to the 25, slung to the ground at the 23-yard line, and there is a late flag, and it was on the tackle, so more than likely it's might be a face mask, maybe a horse collar. That's face mask.
Face mask.
It is a face mask. So that will stand as a gain of, let's call it 11 yards, and there's still going to be a face mask tacked on. That's the 5-yard variety, and yes, there still is a 5-yard face mask in high school. Most levels have waved bye-bye to that, but in the high school level, you could still have that 5-yard face mask. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Wilmington. The ball at the 20-yard line of Streator. This has been a really good drive for the Wildcats here for the first one of the night. They're using up a lot of clock, being methodical, working both sides of the field, running the football. And that's what you really need tonight. You want to be able to run the football, because if you got to go to the air a lot, this is not the kind of weather you want to do that in.
That's for sure.
Back to the double wing. And the handoff to the fullback. This is Rodewald. He's down to the 15 before he's slung to the ground. Tackle made on the play by Carter Spears, 5'11", 175-pound junior for the Bulldogs.
That was a quick hitter by the fullback.
So after a gain of 5, it'll bring up 2nd and 5 for Wilmington. And you'll see that from time to time. The fullback will get a handoff in this offense. It's more to keep everyone else honest.
Yeah, they'll get the majoring on those 2 wingbacks, whatever, and he'll fire up the middle.
6:30 to go in the first quarter. Again, Wilmington has had the ball the entire game thus far. pitch goes right side. Hafner cuts it back inside the 15, down to the 10. In fact, he's all the way down near the 5-yard line. It'll be another first down for Wilmington. It depends on the spot of the ball. It's a gain of 9 more for Sam Hafner. And the Cats will have it first and goal from the 6. And again, there's nothing here that leads me to believe that Streator can stop this. You know, the thing the Bulldogs have done, though, is they've made Wilmington use clock to score. And
Hafner is 6 for 45 yards now.
Back to the double wing again. Hopwood under center. Hands it off left side. This is Connor Dempsey. Runs over a defender and ends up in the end zone for a touchdown. Wilmington leads at 6-0. 5:51 to go in the first. Good run by Connor Dempsey. Just bounced off a defender. And now the Cats will get set to attempt the extra point. As I believe the freshman kicker Richards will come out here.
They had their ups and downs last week, but once he got the hang of it and got his feet under him real good, he finished up the game quite well.
That's Alan Richards, 6'1", 155-pound freshman, out of the hold of Kyle Humphreys. This has been interesting because Richards has been kind of called into duty because Trey Shaw is injured, and that is good. Nice-looking kick for Richards. And Wilmington leads at 7-0, 5:51 to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
So Wilmington will get set to kick off from right to left here. As again, Alan Richards will kick here for Wilmington. And really, the Wildcats have been very fortunate that they have a kicker of the caliber of Alan Richards at the fresh soft level, because he's been able to come in and do a very nice job as a freshman on the varsity level with Trey being injured.
Well, Coach said last week they brought him in early and let him go ahead and start kicking. They threw him in the middle of the fire and let him get his taste of varsity ball. First time or two they had a little trouble getting things going, but after that, he's been rolling right on along.
Well, the difficulty last week was the first kick, he rushed it a little bit. Yeah. He started his approach way too quick, and that kind of threw it off. And you saw here tonight, he waited an extra second and let the ball get set and then kick, which helped a little bit. I mean, part of that is you're a freshman, and now all of a sudden you go, you go from just kicking at the end of a game or two to, like, you're the guy. So there's a shorter kick taken up at the 40, and that should be down right there as that was caught on the knees.
By number 82.
That's Isaac Beals, 6', 190-pound junior. So Streator will have it with decent field position here at the 39-yard line.
That's okay. Yeah, because I want to put that.
So our first look at the Streator Bulldog offense tonight. 5:48 to go in the first. Wilmington literally used half the first quarter in their scoring drive.
That's exactly what they want to do, eat up the clock as much as possible. Looks like Streator has got a lot of passing on them because they've got 3 times as many receivers as they've got running backs on their roster.
All right, 2 receivers split out to the far side. Shotgun formation here with 2 backs to either side of the quarterback. Handoff comes right side, and that doesn't go anywhere. By the way, Jimmy Treadway, 6'3", 200-pound junior, the starting quarterback tonight for Streator. That handoff went to Riley Cole, 5'6", 175-pound junior for the Bulldogs.
He got 1 yard, maybe 1.5.
So to bring up second down and we'll call it 8 for Streator. We'll be a little kind.
Okay, I'll change it in the records here.
So trips receivers to the far side, one back to the near. Out of the gun is Treadway with one back to his left. 2nd and 8, Treadway fires over the middle and dropped. And actually, if the receiver would have kept running and been ready for the football, that might have been a decent pass play. Kobe Webb just wasn't ready for the football, and it'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, the quarterback, Mr. Treadway, he did a great job of delivering it right where he needed to.
It looked like he just stopped. So up front defensively for the Cats tonight, Hunter Doherty at his normal spot along that defensive line. Trying to see who else is actually playing up there tonight. Cam Harbers to the far side, and to the near side is actually Jack Kettman getting that start on the defensive line. Treadway fires down the field and complete down to the Wilmington 47. That was a really nice pass over the top of the defender.
Very nicely thrown.
That'll be a gain of 12 yards on that pass play. I was trying to see who it was on the far side. I think it's 88, Logan Coulter.
Oh, I was afraid that
on the reception. I'll say one thing about Jimmy Treadway. That kid can throw the football.
Is that 12 yards you said?
Yep. So 2 receivers to the far side, one back to the near. Treadway out of the shotgun again with one back to his right. 1st and 10 from the Wilmington 48. Jet sweep to the near side, and that's not going to work. That's really good pursuit. Riley Cole on the carry by Connor Dempsey over there with Jacob Rodewald. And when you try to run to the outside on Wilmington, you better be fast, because that's not going to work. 2nd down and 9 now for Streator.
Yeah, I saw Connor saw what was going. He lowered his head and just sprinted across the field and cut that play off.
Yeah, because once you see that handoff and the jet sweep, you're pretty sure nothing's coming after that. I mean, if they decide to pass out of that, congratulations. 2 receivers to the far side, one back to the near. Treadway again, back coming on that jet sweep. Handoff goes left side.
Nice tackle.
And that goes nowhere for, is that Carter Spears? It is.
14.
Yeah, 5'11", 175-pound junior gets maybe a yard.
Yeah.
Bring up 3rd down and 8, maybe 3rd and 7, depending. We'll call it 8.
Yeah, I'd say 8. You got it pretty close.
I don't think the running game is going to be the strength of Streator tonight, but
no, their passing is a better attack, it looks like, so far.
All right, trips receivers to the far side, one to the near. 3rd down and a short 8 as Treadway out of the shotgun, drops back, fires over the middle, and it's dropped, and the receiver got drilled by Connor Dempsey. I mean, that popped right out of his hands. That was actually a really nice pass by Treadway again. I mean, he could put the football on the money. That was intended for Riley Cole, and Connor Dempsey just kind of broke that up. Holding on Streator, that will be declined. It'll bring up 4th down and a short 8, and the Bulldogs will get set to punt here.
Yeah, Connor timed it perfectly. When that ball hit him, he hit him, and likewise, it's about the same time, just right after, knocked that ball loose. Connor's done a great job defensively already tonight.
All right, so Streator gets set to punt the ball away. Tafoya back at his own 10. You always want to make sure they punt it from here. This is the area of the field where you get some fakes every now. That should have been a false start, and is. Looked like a couple of people actually starting to tip over backwards, so that will back it up 5 yards, and Isaac Beals will have to try to punt it again.
Ball start, Streator.
So it will be now 4th and 13 for the Bulldogs.
You remember what kind of yardage we gave up last week against
Well, I can find out.
In the running game.
I've got it. I'll tell you here in a minute. And the kick by Beals, actually a pretty nice kick to the far side, bounces at the 17, kicks sideways and rolls back out near the 20, and it'll be down about the 21. That's where Wilmington will have it 1st and 10. 3:15 to go opening quarters. The Cats lead at 7-0 over Streator tonight. Well, let's see. Last week, Reed Custer rushed the ball 18 times for 9 yards.
Yeah, that's what I thought, 9 yards. 18 times.
Yeah. That's not a good average per carry.
No, that's not the best. I think the person who did your stats thing said they ran for 1.5 yards a carry, 1.5 feet a carry.
So 3:15 to go in the first. Again, Wilmington out of that double wing. Hopwood under center. It's Dempsey and Hafner at wing backs again. And Hopwood fakes the pitch and just keeps it himself. Out across the 25 to near the 30. That was an interesting look out of that play. Had everybody coming to the near side, and he kept them all himself and rolled out to the far side and ended up picking up 6, close to 7, or bring up 2nd and 3 for Wilmington.
Boy, that was a nice wrinkle to throw in there. That caught everybody off guard. Oh, I brought down 6. He's got closer to 7, didn't he?
Yeah, pretty close. Bring up 2nd down. We'll call it a long 3. As back to the double wing here for the Cats from their own 27. And the handoff to Hafner off the right side across the 30, 35, out to the 38-yard line. And a gain of 10 more for Sam Hafner.
He just drugged a guy with him for about the last 3 yards.
That's Trevor Sember, 5'10", 180-pound junior on the stop for Streator. Now 1st and 10 for Wilmington. And again, the Cats not picking up huge yardage on every play, but it's a decent chunk of yards every single time. And again, nothing here has shown us that Streator is going to be capable defensively. Tumbling again. Pitch comes near side. Dempsey trying to cut it back. That's actually a really nice play by Carter Spears, who just came up and dropped Dempsey after a gain of maybe a yard. Yeah, and we'll bring up 2nd and 9. Well, I don't know. I think they moved it almost back to where the original line is.
Yeah, that was a nice job he did coming up there and stuffing that hole right between 2 other linemen. He came in from his halfback or linebacker position and knifed right in between the 2 of them and stopped the hole up.
2nd down and 9 for Wilmington from their own 38. Again, back to the double wing. Hopwood under center. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wilmington going right to left here. Handoff to Dempsey across the 45 and almost stayed on his feet. Out to midfield. Managed to spin back and picked up 11 yards and a Wilmington 1st down.
He came mighty close to just going all the way that time. He couldn't quite keep his balance when he did a 360 and got loose. Lost his balance and fell then.
I'm telling you, if Wilmington and Barry decide to throw the football at any point here, Streator's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, they're coming up.
Look at where their defense is. They have 10 guys within 5 yards of the football.
Deepest one is 6 yards.
As the pitch goes right side, Hafner trying to get around the corner and still carrying people with him. He's only going to get 2 or 3, but that's a tough 3 yards.
He was surrounded by guys, had them all piled on him, and he just carried them for 3 yards.
So bring up 2nd down and 8. So far tonight, the Cats have been completely fine with just running the football every down. And this is one of those nights that might be what you get as we go through what's been kind of a mist, cold. 2nd down and 8, again from the Streator 49. Hopwood under center. Hands off underneath to Hafner, and that got tripped up. That was a pretty nice play on the inside by Caden Stasko, the 6'3", 280-pound senior for Streator. He just managed to kind of get in the way of everything and slow down Hafner.
We'll give him about a yard on that for Hafner. He's got 3 last time and 1 this time, so his per-yard average is dropping a little bit here.
So down to 20 seconds to go in the quarter, and I think Wilmington's fine with letting the first quarter run out.
Yeah.
So that will bring us to the end of quarter number 1. We'll head to the second quarter with Wilmington leading it 7-0 over the Streator Bulldogs. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Third down and 7 upcoming here for Wilmington from the Streator 48. And see if Barry sticks with runs or if he goes to the air here.
By the way, in the first quarter, Connor's got 56 yards. Hafner's got 59.
So Hopwood rolls out to the far side, pulls up, looks downfield, going to keep it this time, and he gets shoved forward for an extra 3 yards or so, and it's going to bring up 4th and short for Wilmington. They rolled out. Of course, Streator not completely surprised by a pass on 3rd and 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
So it'll bring up 4th down and 3.
Coming from the Wilmington Fire Department, we have a Hyundai Santa Fe with the number S.
Actually, bring up 4th down and maybe 2.
5314
And
Saturn Ion C190700.
so it'll bring up 4th down
Move your vehicle.
and
Thank you.
2 for Wilmington from the 43-yard line of Streator. So let's see what Grant Imhoff does here on the punt. Good snap. And the kick bounces at the 25 and will be down at the 23-yard line. So only a net of about 20 yards there, and that one of the better kicks for Grant. And Streator will take over. Kind of surprised on 4th and 2 that Wilmington went ahead and
I was a little surprised. I thought maybe they might go for it. They only had a short 2-yard run.
And again, Streator has had a couple of plays where they've held Wilmington in check, but for the most part tonight, the Wildcats have done pretty much what they want to do. So let's see if the defense can force some sort of a turnover here as Streator has it 1st and 10 from their 23. As out of the shotgun again is Treadway with 2 backs with him. Hands it off, and that gets stacked up. This is Riley McCurdy, and he'll get maybe a yard. Pretty much everybody in there for Wilmington. Rodewald comes up off the bottom of the pile. And bring up 2nd down and
Looks like 10.
might give him 2nd and 8. Oh, look, it's the sideline warning against Wilmington.
Oh, my.
And here's my shocked face.
Yeah.
10:45 to go in the half. We haven't had much of a chance to talk about how much I hate that penalty, right?
I can tell by the time you bring it up every time that it's not one of your favorite plays.
It drives me absolutely insane. Unless somebody is literally in the way, that's a ridiculous penalty to call. But in any case, 2nd down and 8. At least it's a warning the first time around. Okay. And we said we'd keep an eye on Washington and Metamora, 2 7-0 teams tonight. They are tied in the 2nd quarter. So a good game there. Handoff goes far side, and that did not work, and a fumble on the play. Loose, I think Streator got it back, but Riley McCurdy actually made something out of that, and there was nothing there. There were 2 or 3 Wildcats waiting for him about 6 yards deep in the backfield. He managed to only lose about a yard. He almost lost the football, though. Bring up 3rd down and 9.
Boy, that was close. That was almost what the Wildcats were looking for, a turnover.
So 3rd down and 9, 9:45 to go in the half.
Well, he better come on. He didn't get a play call in 8 seconds.
They are running out of time in a hurry. They're just now breaking the huddle with 5 seconds of the play clock. And I don't know if they're going to get set and get it off. And they didn't. Or did they get a timeout?
Timeout.
They did. Timeout to Streator. 9:33 to go in the first half. 7-0 lead for Wilmington. Take a break. Come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
$9:33 to go in the half. 7-0 is the lead for Wilmington. Streator has the ball 3rd and 9 from their own 24-yard line. Trips receivers to the near side, one to the far. Out of the shotgun again is Jimmy Treadway with one running back to his left.
Whoa. Yeah, 3 guys over here with 2. Oh, there's the third one.
Treadway looks left side, fires. That's complete across the 25. And trying to hurdle a man was Riley McCurdy. And that didn't work as Sam Hafner dropped him. Also, that's not legal. That actually should be a penalty for trying to hurdle someone. That is not legal at the high school level. But in any case, it didn't hurt Wilmington. It'll bring up 4th down and 6.
Who caught that?
That was McCurdy again, Riley McCurdy. So 4th down and 6. The snap back to the 15. The kick from the 20. It'll be taken back at the 40. Actually dropped by Tafoya, and Streator might have recovered it. I don't know. We'll see. They do have it. Well, that's a big turnover as Tafoya couldn't catch the punt. And now it'll be 1st and 10 for Streator from the Wilmington 45. Well, Wilmington has had their share of problems, special teams.
He dropped a couple of those the other night, too, I believe. Had trouble hanging on to the ball.
Well, he's normally a very good punt returner, so
yep,
just one of those things. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Again, Treadway out of the gun from the Wilmington 45. Pump fakes to the left side, throws it down the right side, and that really almost was intercepted, and then it was almost a touchdown. Tafoya went up to try to knock it away at the 20, and it looked like it might have been tipped by Tafoya and then off the hands of Logan Coulter, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. So 8:41.
He had a, I didn't see who it was, but he had a defensive player come right up in front of his face with his hands. Did a nice job of getting the ball about where he needed it. There we go.
So 2 receivers to either side. Again, shotgun for Treadway with one back to his left. 2nd down and 10. The receiver in motion is McCurdy to the far side. Treadway drops back, hit as he throws, and intercepted. Intercepted at the Wilmington 25-yard line as the pass picked off. By the way, Kettman was the one who leveled Treadway in the backfield.
Wow.
And was it, who ended up with it? Was it Tafoya who ended up with the interception? Wow, okay. So Tafoya makes up for dropping the punt by picking off the pass. Good job for Tafoya, and a really nice job by Kettman to hit Treadway as he was getting rid of the football.
Yeah, he hit him. Nice pressure on the quarterback. He hit him right about below the waist, just as he was trying to throw. And Tafoya made up his fumble over him. Nice way.
Handoff comes right side. This is Hafner, I believe, again. Out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of about 9 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 1.
He's at 67, I think, for the half.
So 8-16 and counting here in the half as Wilmington leads at 7-0. There have not been a lot of offensive fireworks, although Wilmington really hasn't had a problem moving the football. So Hopwood under center on 2nd and a yard. Pitch back to Dempsey. Breaks it over the near side. Breaks a tackle across midfield. 45-40 and is thrown out of bounds at the 30-yard line after a big gain. A 30-yard run for Connor Dempsey. And Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from the Streator 30-yard line. Now limping up the field, by the way, is Ethan White, the 5'9", 198-pound senior. He was really slow to get up, but Ethan's just going to go ahead and stay in there and work through it. I think it might have been some sort of ankle. It'll be 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 30. And I think the Cats are going to go ahead and warm up another center here on the near side, too, just in case, because White is the center. In fact, Jaron Allen practicing snaps. Handoff left side. This is Dempsey inside the 25, down near the 20-yard line, where he's finally tackled by Sember for Streator. Be a gain of close to 9 again for Connor Dempsey. Bring up 2nd and a yard for Wilmington.
I think that's 95 yards for Dempsey in the first half.
Now, Rodewald having to check out for looked like something on his helmet, as into the lineup for the Cats is Sam Chapman at fullback. Of course, Sam has done a nice job there the last week or two anyway. So Chapman in there at fullback, 2nd down and a yard. Handoff goes right side. Good patient running by Sam Hafner. Down to the 15, and he'll pick up 6 more. And a Wilmington 1st down. Boy, that's just good running for Sam Hafner.
How many yards did he get?
Got 6 more.
6 more?
And he just really almost stopped in the backfield and let that play develop.
Did you see who the guy came over and blocked for him was? Sam Chapman. He went right up before him in the hole and took the linebacker out.
Boy, they're furiously working on the equipment for Rodewald here over on the sideline, as the Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from the 15. Hopwood under center, now pitches it right side. The whole offensive line shoving ahead for Wilmington. It's going to be a gain of about 3 eventually on the run for Hafner. 2nd down and 7, maybe 6 from the 12 of Streator. And now Chapman back out and Jacob Rodewald back in. But so that's where having some guys play it some different times throughout the year comes in handy, because they're ready to go.
Yeah, Chapman did a nice job of blocking that hole for him.
2nd down, we'll call it 7 here. Pitch back, Hafner, and that just, there's nowhere to go. Streator had everybody and their brother waiting for that play. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 8 after a loss of a yard.
That's his first run for tonight that he lost a yard.
You know, after last week, Barry throwing the ball around like a madman.
Yeah.
There's not been a pass attempted tonight. And we say like a madman. What do they attempt, 12 passes last week?
Yeah, for Wilmington, that's about a record.
Might as well be 50. All right, 3rd down and a short 8 for Wilmington out of the double wing. As the double handoff comes back, and this is going to be an easy score. Sam Chapman cruises into the end zone. And by the way, somebody took a cheap shot on Keaton Hopwood. I was trying to see who that was, but literally there was a really late shove to the helmet of Keaton Hopwood and knocked him backwards. And should have been a penalty for sure, but I might have been the only person who saw it. As Coach Reed's talking to Keaton, but lost in all that is Sam Hafner in the double handoff. There's nobody on this side of the field. And the touchdown run for Sam makes it 13-0. The lead for Wilmington with 4:47 to go in the half. The snap is a little low, and that was not good to begin with. There was no chance for that kick to be converted. and it will stay 13-0 with 4:47 to go in the half. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
Cats will get set to kick off from left to right here from their own 40-yard line as they lead it 13-0 with 4:47 to go in the half. Boy, that double handoff worked to perfection for the Wildcats. As the approach here, and the kick will be down to around the 34-yard line or so. So Alan Richards with the kickoff there, as well as he's replaced Trey Shaw, who is not playing tonight due to an injury. So far, Wilmington's done a nice job of filling that gap. Be 1st and 10 for Streator out of the shotgun. Handoff comes left side for Riley McCurdy, and he's tripped up by Hunter Doherty across the 35 to near the 37-yard line. Big gain of 2, close to 3 for McCurdy. Bring up 2nd and 7 with 4:30 to go here in the opening half. The Streator stands are not what you would call full. It's of course, it's a long drive for Streator, and it's not a particularly nice weather night either. 2 receivers to the near side out of the gun. Is Treadway. His pass is incomplete. That might have been deflected as it came out of his hands, and it'll bring up 3rd and 7. By the way, Wilmington, for being an iffy night tonight, quite a few people.
Now, senior night helps that out a little bit. But no, they usually have a good crowd, and tonight is no exception there. It's a pretty good crowd.
And Streator, I mean, Wilmington's never played them, so it's not like it's an opponent, Reed Custer, Coal City, somebody like that's going to bring out a bigger crowd. Combine that with the weather, and not one of the huge crowds for Wilmington, but still a decent number. Trips receivers to the far side, one to the near. Treadway out of the gun, rolls to his right, looking downfield, fires, caught across the 45, out near midfield. That's a decent gain of about 14. I'm just going to say Logan Coulter on the reception.
Logan Coulter.
1st and 10 for Streator from their own 48-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. Again, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Streator going right to left. Treadway fires far side, incomplete. His receiver actually fell down at the Wilmington 45-yard line. That's Coulter again. So to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they can pass the ball. Wilmington is going to have to keep on their toes and might get a little bit more pressure on the quarterback as well.
Devin Tegel, 5'9", 224-pound junior, checks in to give Hunter Doherty a rest. Bring up 2nd and 10. It seems like this has been a really long half for some reason.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it?
Handoff comes left side, and McCurdy gets dropped after a gain of a yard. Nice work by Jacob Rodewald. Rodewald just kind of chased him down and dropped him. And give him a gain of 2, maybe. Bring up 3rd and 8 for Streator.
Now it's kind of a short 2, but give him 2 on that one. Nice pursuit that time by Rodewald, and there was another Wildcat that was close by there too.
So 3:10 to go in the half. Clock still rolling as Streator changed out about half their team for 3rd down and 8. Trips receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near. Treadway out of the gun with 1 running back to his right. Wilmington will send 5 guys here. Pass over the middle. Intercepted. It was deflected and then picked off. This is Hafner, and he gets tripped up at the 37. It actually deflected off the hands of Nick Gornick, I believe, and ended up to Hafner. Because Gornick just kind of threw out a hand. It ricocheted off him, popped up in the air. Hafner picked it off, and he got all the way down to the Streator 36-yard line. So a short field here for Wilmington, 1st and 10 from there.
Well, they've got enough time now. If they play their cards right, so to speak, they can get another touchdown before halftime.
2:48 to go in the half. Hopwood under center. And so he'll drop back to pass. Fires deep down the field. And dropped.
Oh, no, right in his hands.
Dropped at the 10-yard line.
Oh, that was terrible.
And that should have been an easy
beautiful
touchdown.
Throw. I mean, Hopwood dropped that right over his shoulder. All he had to do was hang on to it and hit him in perfect stride. He'd been a touchdown.
My favorite part about that is the safety for Streator letting everyone hear it, and he was about 10 yards behind the intended receiver. So 2nd down and 10 for Wilmington from the 36-yard line. Handoff goes left side. This is Dempsey down to the 30. There's a late flag on the far side. This would be a gain of 6, close to 7. Of course, it depends on the
looked like a place where you'd have
penalty
like
here.
A face mask, or because it was kind of late for a.
I mean, it was really late, and it came from the far sideline.
Let's see. If it stands, how many yards did he get? Yeah, I thought so.
So another face mask after a gain of, well, that's an odd spot of the football. I mean, I guess if it was a 5-yard gain instead of the 6 or 7 that it looked like. So a 5-yard run, 5-yard face mask. It'll be 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 26-yard line of Streator. Pitch back to Dempsey. Churns ahead inside the 20. Shoves his way down near the 15-yard line.
Oh, that's nice power running.
And again, a lot of yards on 1st down.
About 9.5.
Depends on where they spot this football.
Ooh.
They're going to say.
Well, that almost has to be
just
first down,
short.
didn't it?
Well, he actually just moved the football back, I think, to make sure that it was short.
He did.
That's what it looked like to me.
He sure
Bring
did.
up 2nd down and a yard. Pitch back to Dempsey. He'll have the 1st down after a gain of a yard, and he'll bring up 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 15 of Streator. I wasn't exaggerating either. He looked over at the first down sticks and
he moved it back.
the ball
He
back
did.
half a yard.
About a football.
And there was nobody spotting it either. He just said, well, can't put it there. So 142 and counting here in the first half. Wilmington has really had not a lot of issues tonight. They lead at 13-0 and knocking on the door again as the Cats back to double wing here. Hopwood under center, pitches it back to Dempsey, trying to get the corner, breaks 2 or 3 tackles. In fact, never is tackled and is finally shoved out of bounds down at the Streator 10 or so. Going to give Dempsey a gain of 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5 for Wilmington. 1:23 to go in the half.
Wow.
So 2nd down and 5, almost 6. Hopwood under center here. Back to the double wing. Handoff comes underneath. Not a whole lot of room there. Inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line goes Hafner for a gain of a yard. Bring up 3rd and 4. Sure to stick around for our halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate with offices here in Wilmington. We'll have a check of your first half stats. We'll get you set for the second half. We'll also have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. That's the halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate, here in just about a minute. 50 seconds and counting. Double handoff again, and Hafner all the way down inside the 2. That almost was a disaster, though, because it looked like the second handoff was very close to being knocked away, but it works, and Hafner had to be near him, and again gets all the way down to the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Wilmington from there. 38 seconds and counting in the half. So Hopwood up under center. Pitch back to Dempsey, and he is he in? Or did they say he's down at the 1? He is down just short of the goal line, and Coach Rintz uses a timeout here. Bring up 2nd down and goal from about the 1-yard line. Again, be sure to stick around for our halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate. Got a lot of stats to go through, have a ton of scores to get to on the IHSA football scoreboard. Brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. Last time we heard, the battle of the undefeateds, Washington and Metamora, was 0-0 in the second quarter. Also, I think Reed Custer and Coal City were either tied or it might have been 0-0, and that was nearing the half last time we heard. So we'll have a full check of that here in just a minute or two.
Braidwood and Reed Custer has played some pretty tough games. Now, last week
they had
a tougher time against Wilmington, but they played some good games.
Well, I think, quite honestly, Wilmington the last 2 or 3 weeks has kind of found where they need to be, and they're kind of at that point where you expect them to be. I think some of these games, if you played them now, I think that Lyle game would be a different story now too. So 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Double wing again. Hopwood pitches it back to Dempsey again, and this time Connor Dempsey is in for the touchdown. 1-yard touchdown run for Connor Dempsey as Wilmington leads it 19-0 with 21 seconds to go in the first half. So on to attempt the extra point for the Wildcats. Alan Richards, the freshman kicker, out of the hold of Humphreys. Good snap this time, good hold, and the kick is good as well. That actually looked really good for the Wilmington special teams as the Cats now lead it 20-0 with 21 seconds to go in the half. Take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
So Wilmington leads it 20-0. 21 seconds to go in the half as Richards will get set to kick off from the Wilmington 40, kicking it off left to right. Has not kicked it deep quite yet. Only gone with relatively short kicks so far. And this kick called for a fair catch down at the 32-yard line and made there by Isaac Beals. And Streator will have it 1st and 10 with 21 seconds to go in the first half. And again, if you're Streator, I don't really know if you want to take any gambles here. Last thing you really want to do is have Treadway throw a pick six as you end the half. But, I mean, you never know. I mean, the Bulldogs have nothing to lose. They're 2-5. So playoffs are out of reach. So maybe you just air it out and see what happens. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It's a wishbone backfield here as the handoff comes right side and a decent run here on first down, a gain of about 5. Bring up 2nd and 5 for Streator off the run by Riley Cole, and that will be the way the first half comes to a close. So Wilmington will lead it 20-0 at the halftime over Streator. Welcome into our halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate. As we'll get a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. We'll do that here in just a little bit. We'll also have a check of your first half stats, too. Back here with more in a moment at the halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Welcome into the halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net or at 815-476-7916. Wilmington leads at 20-0 over Streator here at the half. We'll get to your first half stats here. There's not a whole lot going on, quite honestly. First off, for the Streator Bulldogs, rushing, Riley Cole, 3 rushing attempts for 8 yards. Riley McCurdy, 4 rushing attempts for 3 yards. Carter Spears had 1 carry for 1 yard. As Streator in the first half, 8 rushing attempts for 12 yards. Through the air, Jimmy Treadway, 3 of 10 for 29 yards and a couple of interceptions. Riley McCurdy had 1 reception for 3 yards. Logan Coulter had a couple of receptions for 26 yards total, and ends up with 29 yards of passing for Streator, 12 yards on the ground. That's 41 yards of offense for the Streator Bulldogs in the first half. For Wilmington, rushing the football, Keaton Hopwood, 2 rushing attempts for 11 yards and a touchdown. Connor Dempsey, is this right? Connor Dempsey, 15 carries for 113 yards and a couple of scores. We just have 4 touchdowns here, and they've only scored 3. So I was trying to figure out who did what there. Sam Hafner, 16 rushing attempts for 102 yards and a touchdown. I think these are the, yeah, okay. So it's Connor Dempsey with 2 scores, Sam Hafner with 1. Keaton Hopwood does not have a touchdown here tonight. Through the air, Hopwood is 0 for 1, by the way, as Wilmington, 32 rushing attempts, 231 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the first half. And Wilmington leads it 20-0 here over Streator. So we'll take another break. When we come back, we'll get to a full check of your IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. We'll do that here in just a few minutes as we continue with our halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
20-0 is the lead for Wilmington here over Streator at the half, as we're about 10 minutes or so from our second half kickoff. Gives us plenty of opportunity to check the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. Well, let's see what we've got. I'm sure we can dig up something. Let's start with the Interstate 8, although I do think some of these scores are legit. I'm pretty sure Coal City and Reed Custer is actually 0-0. It was about the half, I think, between Coal City and Reed Custer. Plano leads Herscher tonight. That score now 14-7. Lyle all over Sandwich. That's 21-0. Some other scores from around the area. Seneca leads Moment. That's now 28-14. Westmont is scoreless with Warren. Dwight leads Hoopston 21-0. Canelan already up on Morris. That score now 21-7. So again, I-8 scores. We don't have anything yet from Mantino and Piatone. I'm pretty sure Coal City and Reed Custer, that's actually the score, 0-0 at halftime, or pretty close to half. Plano leads Herscher 14-7, and Lyle up on Sandwich now 21-0. All right, other scores from around the Chicagoland area. Sterling leads LaSalle Peru 14-0. It's Neuqua Valley 14, Mateo Valley nothing. Naperville Central leads Wabansie Valley 21-7. West Aurora leads East Aurora. That's now 12-0. DeKalb leads Yorkville 12-0. Hillcrest 36-0 over Thornton Fractional North. Providence trails Montini tonight as Montini leads 7-3. It's Bishop McNamara 34. I believe that's Aurora Central Catholic nothing. So Bishop Mac all over them. Paxton Buckley Loda leads Watseka 24-8. It's Lincoln Way West 7, Stag nothing. Lincoln Way Central leads Sandburg 8-0. Minooka leads Joliet West. That's now 10-0. Frankfort and Massac County tied at 7. Plainfield South and Plainfield North tied at 7. Plainfield East leads Romeoville, of course, 10-0. Oswego East leads Plainfield Central 37-0. Oswego blowing out Joliet Central tonight. That's 35-0. Nazareth leading big on Joliet Catholic. That's 28-7 in that particular matchup. Let me go ahead and transition over to the other board here. Mount Carmel leads St. Lawrence. That's 13-0. Conant leads Palatine 17-0. It's Rolling Meadows 7, Hershey 6. Wheaton North leads St. Charles East 13-0. It's Wheaton Warrenville South 7-6 over Glenbard North. Batavia and St. Charles North tied at 7. Wheaton Academy leads Riverside Brookfield. That's 3-0. IC Prep, so Immaculate Conception leads St. Francis 14-0 tonight. So IC on their way to 8-0. Marist 21, Marion Central Catholic nothing. It's Leiden 7, Hinsdale South nothing. Hinsdale Central blowing out Lyons Township. That's 31-0. Maine South leads New Trier. That's a big 8A matchup as Maine South leads 16-14 there. Glenbard East over Glenbard South 7-0. Homewood Flossmoor leads Andrew. That's 14-0. Geneva 7, Lake Park 2. It's Barrington leading Schaumburg 7-0. Downers Grove South leads Downers Grove North 7-0. Tinley Park leads Oak Lawn 20-9. Deerfield and Glenbrook North tied at 7. Shepherd leads Evergreen Park 21-0. And in the one game of note that we're looking at tonight, 2 7-0 teams matching up. And Washington at the moment blowing out Metamora. It's 22-0. Washington on top of Metamora. 2 7-0 teams doing battle tonight. And one more score, Brother Rice leads Leo 14-0. So one more check of the area scores here. Reed Custer and Coal City tied at 0. I believe that game is right around halftime. It's Plano 14, Herscher 7. Lyle leads Sandwich 21-0. Other scores around the area, Seneca 28-14 over Moments. Westmont and Warren are scoreless. And Dwight leads Hoopston 21-0. Canelan on top of Morris 21-7. So that's a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk, All Red, and Associates. Take a break. We'll come back, get you set for the second half here in just a moment as our halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate rolls on at pro-homes.net or at 815-476-7916. Back in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk, Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
What's up, man? Good to see you're here. Do you want a beer?
No thanks, I don't drink.
Oh, come on, relax. Have some fun. Everyone else is drinking.
We have a lot to do tomorrow and I can't be all hungover from drinking.
Yeah, I'm having enough trouble with school and sports and clubs and so much stuff.
I don't have time to be worrying about if I got caught drunk.
Come on, man. This will help relax your mind and worries, and you'll have a good time.
Oh, man, cops. Run. We better book it out of here.
I'm so glad we weren't stupid and didn't drink. I know, right?
The Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community is committed and proud to bring programs and resources to help area residents. Our mission is to build a safe, productive, and substance-free community through these programs. The issues and problems that come with alcohol and drug abuse are very real, and the effects can be devastating. If you or anyone you know is in need of help, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with Sebring Goodman Teen Institute, ONDCP, and SAMHSA.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
$20-0 is the lead for Wilmington. Just about 2 minutes away from kickoff to start the second half. One more home game here for Wilmington tonight as we get set to hit the road. And that trip that everybody's been looking forward to all year up to Plano to take on the Reapers. That will be next week. That 2014 Plano? All right. So Plano up on Herscher 20-14. So both teams back out there, get set for our second half kick here in just a moment. Now so far tonight, it has been all Wilmington. Matter of fact, Streator has not come anywhere close to doing anything offensively. As a matter of fact, they have 40 yards of total offense. That's not going to get it done if you want to come to Wilmington and win a football game.
No, that's not going to get it. I really like the the beautiful running that's gone on tonight, and the defense has played just outstanding. When you give up 12 yards and a half, you're playing pretty good. 12 yards rushing and a half, you're playing pretty good defense.
I'll tell you what. It's cold tonight.
It is. I'm cold. I'm shaking.
And you're in the press box. You're not even outside. It's brutal outside. Matter of fact, let's see what the temperature actually is tonight.
And with this damp air, it's kind of like it's been raining. And, boy, it's damp out, and it just goes right through you.
38 degrees.
38.
38 degrees and misting tonight.
38 going on 21.
That's what it feels like.
Man.
Well, if you're at home, and you're sitting there, you got yourself a nice cup of coffee, maybe some hot cocoa.
We could deliver some up here. We could use some.
Something along those lines. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. It's we understand whether or not the greatest. So if we can be of some service to you to be at home, or maybe you're out working tonight or out driving around or whatever it is that you're doing, we appreciate you.
Hey, remember that time we had a guy contact us, was going through the desert in a tank?
Yep, that was that was a long time ago. But
that was
back when
the first President Bush had sent them in, and he was riding along.
Oh, wait, no, that was
wasn't that the right one?
No, that was post 2000. So line drive here, but yeah, that was. It's taken down at the 20 on a fair catch, and Streator will have a 1st and 10. But yeah, they were out on some sort of duty or what. I mean, they weren't like in an active war zone type of thing necessarily, but they were out doing their normal stuff. And when told, they could access the internet and anything. So
yeah, they weren't in the middle of a battle at the time, but
right, they were just out about doing some stuff. Of like, wow, that's. They can do that? I was told that was what was.
They sent us a message, thank you.
So, and maybe that was his normal job, and he was just off duty at the moment or something, but it certainly sounded like they were just rolling across the desert and listening to Wilmington Wildcats football. So, 1st and 10 for Streator from their own 20-yard line here. 2 receivers to the far side. Handoff goes off the right side. Actually, a big hole. Taking it out across the 30, 35 out to the 37-yard line. Goes Riley McCurdy, and that's the best Streator play of the entire night. A 17-yard gain on 1st down.
Boy, that was a hole and a half there.
Handoff up the middle this time. A gain of a couple of yards. Basically a dive play from Riley McCurdy. He'll pick up 2, maybe 3 yards. And bring up 2nd and 7. As looks like Streator just lining up and trying to run it at Wilmington and try to out-physical them. They do have a rather large offensive line.
They certainly do. There's a little guy going out to the right end now.
High formation here for Streator, 2nd and 7. They're going to swing a pass out. That bounces incomplete. Treadway just couldn't quite get the ball out there to Kobe Webb. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Streator.
Yeah, he just short-armed the ball. He was standing out there by himself. Oh, the Brewers are ahead 4-1.
Let's see what Streator has dialed up here on 3rd and 7. So 2 receivers split out to the far side. Shotgun formation here for Jimmy Treadway. Drops back to pass, fires over the middle, and that probably should have been picked off again, and it is incomplete. They'll bring up 4th and 7. The only people really out there were 3 Wilmington defenders. So Tafoya will drop back, get set to return this punt.
You realize that one running play got more than all their rushes in the first half.
Yep, all of them combined.
Yeah, all of them combined.
So Beals gets set to punt it away for the Bulldogs here. Good snap and a nice kick here too, taken by Tafoya back at the 22, comes across the 30, out to the 34-yard line. And Wilmington will have it there, 1st and 10. 10:51 to go in the 3rd.
Well, let's see if they can take up where they left off and march down the field with a nice, solid piece of running.
Well, the Cats have run the football every single down tonight except for one that should have been a 50-yard touchdown pass that was dropped. And, I mean, it was a beautiful pass from Keaton Hopwood. He dropped that in about 40 yards downfield on the money.
Yeah, the receiver didn't even have to break stride. It came right over his shoulder.
Well, 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 34-yard line. Hopwood under center here. Hands it off left side. This is Dempsey across the 35, and he got stacked up after a gain of about 3 or so. Bring up 2nd and 7 for Wilmington. Again, decent size up front for Streator. They kind of stacked everything up on the inside.
Yeah. Dempsey's going to have to settle so far for 116 yards tonight.
The crowd here has thinned out quite a bit. Well, who can blame them? It's freezing.
Oh, it's freezing, yes.
Down to 10-10 to go in the third. Hopwood under center. Handoff comes right side. This, I believe that's Hafner again across the 40, trying to turn out near the 45. Wilmington with a nice push. And
he ran right behind his blockers, and they just pushed him down.
Looks like a gain of 6 more for Sam Hafner. It'll set up 3rd and short for Wilmington from their own 43-yard line. Clock rolls under 10 minutes to go now in the third.
We were wondering how they were going to fill in for Trey Shaw running this other back. Well, Hafner's got 108 yards so far tonight as a backup runner. That's not bad. Or the alternate runner. I shouldn't say backup, the alternate runner.
So back to the double wing again on 3rd and a yard. Everybody jumps for Streator, and that's exactly what happened in the first half, and they called false start on Wilmington, but this time I believe they got it right. And it is offsides on Bulldogs.
They must call it the wrong team.
Number 58, Hayden Rathburn. He just kind of shrugged his shoulders and, okay.
So be it.
He originally he was trying to convince him that it was a false start, and I was like, all right, I guess that's that. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 48-yard line. Back to the double wing here. Hopwood under center, pitches it over to Dempsey, trying to get the far side across midfield, down to the 45, still going near the 40-yard line. It'll be another 1st down for Wilmington. Pending the spot here. It will be a gain of 11 and a Wildcats 1st down to the 41 of Streator.
Oh. Connor's carried the ball twice for 14 yards this half.
And it's kind of picking up where they left off.
Yes.
At the end of the first half. Back to the double wing again. Hopwood drops back to pass. Looking downfield, fires it again, and it is intercepted. Down at the 24, Keaton had a couple of receivers out there, but just kind of waited a little bit too long, and a nice interception there from Logan Coulter. And Streator will have it 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
That's a ball he should never have thrown. His receiver was not open.
Yeah, that's a play. I mean, it's the same play they ran earlier to Harbor. That time, if he would have gotten rid of it quickly, he was open, but he waited, and that gap closed in a hurry. What quarter that is? So Cole City leads Reed Custer 7-0 in the third. Far side, again, McCurdy with a nice run. He's going to pick up about 12 yards, close to 13 on 1st down. Riley, nice job on the far side. It'll be a Streator.
Boy,
1st down at the 36.
He's starting to make some real gains. He's got 33 yards this half and 3 carries. 10 yards a carry.
By the way, Plano leads Herscher 20-14. And Cole City now up on Reed Custer 7-0. 1st and 10 from the Streator 36. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the far side. 1 to the near. 1 receiver in motion. Jet sweep to the near side. And maybe a yard or 2. But that's it. So that's Kobe Webb on the carry, gain of 2 to bring up 2nd down and 8. The problem for Streator is they have not been able to consistently move the football.
Yeah, and so far this half, the Wildcats have not sustained a drive either.
Two receivers to the near side. Out of the shotgun is Treadway with two running backs to either side. Handoff goes to Riley McCurdy as he'll push the pile ahead for a gain of a yard, maybe 2. I guess you could give him 2 to bring up 3rd down and 6 for Streator. And the Bulldogs really, at some point here, if they want to have any shot at this game, have got to go down the field. I mean, they're going to have to push the ball downfield.
Yeah, they are. The run game has started picking up.
But the problem is you need 3 scores. There's 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and Wilmington has shown a propensity in this game to hang on to the football for big chunks of time. So 2 receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near. Treadway out of the gun with 1 running back to either side. Drops back, fires right side, has a wide open receiver across the 40, out near midfield. Think about the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7 more. And once again, that's Logan Coulter on the reception. And Streator will have it 1st and 10 from their own 48.
Yeah, the defender, that was 5 yards off of the receiver. Just let him have the pass.
2 receivers to the far side. Back up under center is Treadway out of the I formation. Handoff goes left side. That's a nice run by McCurdy again.
Patient.
He's going to have about 10 more before he's finally tackled very late. A gain of 11 and a Streator 1st down.
Man, he's been running the ball like a wild man.
You know what I don't understand? I don't understand why Streator just didn't go I formation and hand it off every time. I don't see any need to go shotgun formation and do all that. Not tonight, anyway.
He's got 46 yards this half.
I'd just line up in the I, pack everyone in tight, and use that big offensive line. Well, here we go. Shotgun formation again. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Treadway out of the gun. Fires right side. That is caught. That's a really nice catch, by the way, by Coulter before he's finally driven backwards. That is also a really terrible spot. He was about 3 yards farther downfield than that. They're going to give him a gain of 3. It really should have been about a gain of 6. But
was that Coulter again?
Yes. Bring up 2nd down and 7 for Streator. I mean, he was significantly farther downfield than that. 2 receivers to the near side. Treadway under center. I formation. Handoff goes to Carter Spears as he'll get about 4 more yards, set up 3rd and short for Streator inside the Wilmington 35 at about the 34-yard line. We'll call it 3rd down and a long 2. Well, it's like I said, I mean, fit me, I throw them in the I formation and I rotate those 2 tailbacks and I just pound away.
They're doing a good job.
I mean, I'm sure Wilmington at some point adjusts to that if you do it consistently. Here we go, I formation again with Spears the tailback. He'll get the handoff right side, and he's going to have a 1st down. Picked up 2, maybe 3 yards, and a Bulldog 1st down to the Wilmington 30-yard line with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd. Well, the Bulldogs have found something here out of that I formation, and it's starting to work a little bit. We'll see if Wilmington adjusts to that. And now shotgun formation again. 2 receivers to the near side. Treadway out of the gun with 1 back to either side. He'll hand it near side, inside the 30, 25, and then McCurdy gets popped out of bounds down near the 20. But again, Riley McCurdy
has a long gain,
putting together a really nice 3rd quarter. That's a gain of 9, close to 10.
9 yards, 9.5 actually.
Bring up 2nd down and a yard for Streator.
He's getting anywhere from 9 to 17 yards a run now.
So 2 receivers to the far side. I formation here for Streator with McCurdy, the tailback, gets the handoff right side. Boy, that's a really nice tackle. As closing in, that's Cam Harbor, who just closed in and dropped McCurdy. And we'll see where they spot the ball. That might be enough for a 1st down. Nope, they're going to say 3rd and a yard.
Didn't get anything.
That's just a really nice tackle.
Boy, it was.
The clock rolls down under 4 minutes to go, and this is the problem for Streator. Even if you score in this possession, there's not a lot of time left. I formation here, and the quarterback keeper is good for a yard or two and enough for a first down as Treadway kind of shoved the pile forward.
Got about a yard.
Be 1st and 10 for Streator from the Wilmington 19. So this is what I'm talking about, okay? You're down to 3:45. The clock is running. And, you know, you do need to score a touchdown here, but if you take most of the rest of the third quarter to do that, Wilmington has been holding on to the ball for 4, 5, 6 minutes at a stretch.
But they haven't done the second half.
Well, they haven't had the ball. 2 receivers to either side. Pass into the end zone. That's incomplete. Nobody was even looking for the football, including the receiver. As Hopwood out there in coverage, they'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And Wilmington's only had the ball once, right?
Twice.
Is it twice? Okay.
Let's see. Oh, no. They threw an interception one time they had?
Yeah, they moved the ball. They had the ball for a good 4 minutes and then threw an interception. That's what I'm saying. You know, you take. I understand you need the score. That's the most important thing here. But if you take real long, you might not have enough opportunities to get back. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Out of the gun is Treadway, and they hand it off coming back the other way. A little misdirection, and Hunter Doherty said, no.
No way.
That's not going to happen. As Carter Spears ended up with it and actually lost a yard. What they did was they ran that jet sweep around, and they faked the handoff one direction and handed it off to Spears coming back underneath, and Doherty had that sniffed out in a hurry. Bring up third down and 11.
Well, that was a nice play by Doherty.
3rd and 11 for Streator. Let's go Wildcats!
So down to 2:50 and counting here in the third quarter. The one thing this does for Streator is it keeps Wilmington's offense off the field.
Yeah, it does that.
2 receivers to the far side. Treadway out of the shotgun with 1 running back to either side. Fakes the handoff, now fires it over the middle, and that's thrown way behind his intended receiver. Connor Dempsey out there in coverage is intended for Logan Coulter down at the 10, but he threw it about 5 yards behind it. I'm going to bring up 4th down and 11. I still don't understand why they just didn't keep running I formation.
I don't know. They were making good headway.
I mean, it seemed like every time they ran it, they're getting 5, 6, 7, 10 yards.
Let's see. McCurdy ran it 17 yards, 3 yards, 13 yards, 2, 11, 9, and then 0.
So, I mean, that's a pretty good.
That's pretty good running.
Track record. Trips receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near. Treadway with 1 back out of the shotgun to his right. Drops back, and he's sacked back at the 30-yard line.
All right.
My goodness, that's Jesse Cox, who absolutely unloaded on Treadway back at the 30 as Jimmy had no chance to get that pass off.
No, he had no shot at it.
And there's really nothing he could do with that. So it's now 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 30-yard line. And now if you're the Cats,
that really hurt.
If you can churn up some clock, there really isn't enough time for Streator. This is a big game for Wilmington, by the way. If the Cats can get a 5th win, that'll put them at 5-3 going into Plano next week. And I think regardless, now you never want to rest at 5-4, but I think regardless, the Cats would have enough playoff points to get in. So this wouldn't seal a playoff bid necessarily, but it would essentially do that.
They're going to call timeout.
So a timeout to Wilmington. 2:32 to go in the third. They lead it 20-0. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
So a run off the right side by Sam Hafner will pick up close to 6 yards. It'll bring up second and short for Wilmington as we approach the 2-minute mark of the third quarter.
It's only the second time Hafner's carried the ball this half, and he's got 6 yards both times.
Well, as we said, there haven't been a lot of possessions. Wilmington had it for 3 or 4 minutes. Streator had it for the next 5 minutes or so, and that's been it.
Yeah, that's it. We're down 152, 156.
Well, it's been kind of how Wilmington football has been this year. Possessions have been few and far between, and now the Cats jump off sides. That's Cameron Harbor, and all of a sudden tonight, Wilmington has had a few difficulties with false starts. I mean, it's just kind of crept up here.
You had Hopwood gave a really hard count, and his own player, right tackle, went off on it and cost him 5 yards.
So, second down and 9.
And this is really an important drive. They need to really control this drive.
Back to the double wing here. Hopwood under center. Minute 30 and counting here in the third. Double handoff to the far side. This is Dempsey trying to get the corner and gets all the way out to near the 40-yard line. Picks up 8, close to 9. It will bring up third down and short here for Wilmington. Let's call it 3rd and a yard for the Wildcats. And if Wilmington can pick up a first down here, that would burn out the rest of the third quarter. And then they would start on running fourth quarter clock, and Streator would really be in big trouble at that point because the Bulldogs have not shown a quick strike offense. So, see if Wilmington can hang on to the football. 3rd down and a yard. Hopwood under center. We'll pitch it off to Dempsey. He's got the first down. Across the 45, out near the 48. That'll be a gain of 9 more for Connor Dempsey. Down to 34 seconds to go in the third.
That's what you want to do. You know, just keep right on churning it out.
So there'll be one more play here in the third quarter, pending an incomplete pass, which I would be shocked out of my mind if that happened. But who is? Wow. Okay. 1st and 10, Wilmington from their own 48. This will be the last play of the third quarter. Handoff right side. Is that Hafner again? Boy, a big chunk of yards.
He just kept moving.
All the way down to the 42, and that is a gain of 10 and a Wilmington first down. And that is the end of quarter number 3. Wilmington leads at 20-0. We'll take a break, come back with their fourth quarter in a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
Start of the fourth quarter as Wilmington leads it 20-0. Back to the double wing here for the Cats. Hopwood under center, hands it off left side. This is Dempsey inside the 40, down to the 38, close to the 37. Gain of 4 yards. It'll bring up second down and 6 for Wilmington. And again, for the Cats, it's just as important right now to just churn out yardage and run the clock than it is to score.
Yeah, they like to use just as much time as they can and then tack on a score at the end of it if you get that, but to really run that clock way on down.
That's why, really, for the Cats, you're happy with 3 or 4 yards at a time. It's almost better than scoring quick.
Yes.
Back to the double wing again. Pitch back to Hafner. Inside the 35. He's close to another first down. It'll be a gain of 6 more for Sam. I'll give Streator credit, though. They've played hard tonight.
Yes, they have.
They just keep banging away. There's just offensively, there's not much. But the defense has done comparatively has done a fairly decent job. I mean, they've given up a lot of yards, but not a lot of points.
No, they've kept their offense in the game.
I mean, you got to figure, if you're in the fourth quarter and you've only given up 20 points, you're in the game most nights. 1st and 10. As pitch comes back left side. Dempsey, nice and patient inside the 25. Down near another first down. Not quite there, but pick up about 9 yards. It'll leave Wilmington with a second and short here, and Streator with an injured player. Somebody down on one knee here. It's D'Angelo Hendricks who came up a little slow there. Well, last time I checked, this isn't a timeout, is it? It's not a timeout, right?
I don't know.
I mean, this isn't a full-on, like, go to the sideline and have a water break. It's a officials timeout for – they eventually figured that out, so the second down and a yard.
Yeah, they were treating it like it was a timeout.
Well, I think the Streator players were assuming that that's what it was, but that was not the case. They were just making sure the player could get off the field. So bring up second down and a yard. Again, double wing with Hafner and Dempsey. Hopwood under center. Pitch comes left side. This is Dempsey. He's got the first down to the 20-yard line. And
first down, Wildcats.
It will be a Cats first down with 10-12 to go in the game. Cats so far tonight have managed to continue to chew up yardage.
Almost all the runs tonight have been between Dempsey and Hafner, with Hopwood having 2 runs and Rodewald had 1.
So again, everybody packed in around the line of scrimmage on both sides here. Pitch comes left side. This is Dempsey. Takes a bunch of people with him down inside the 15 to near the 13-yard line. Another big gain on first down to bring up second down, and let's see where they put this. We'll say a gain of 7, or bring up second down and 3.
I watch him run. I think about him running intelligently. He picks out his hole, and he follows his blockers very carefully. He doesn't get ahead of them. And he runs with nice power, too.
Well, again, the Cats have used up another 5 minutes or so. Pitch comes back. Well, we have flags down, and it's a false start on Wilmington.
Oh, boy. Here we go, another 5. It's the 3rd time they've had a penalty.
So that will back it up a little bit. Cats will have it now second down and 8 after the penalty with 9:06 to go here in the game.
Oh.
The bleachers here have just kind of been consistently emptying out a little bit. There's about half the people here that were here earlier, I do believe. I think a lot of people are kind of waiting around to see if Wilmington can get that kind of last score to put this thing completely out of reach. Not quite there yet. Second down and 8 from the 18 of Streator. Hopwood under center. And I'll pitch it left side. This is Dempsey inside the 10, 5. Dempsey down to the 1. And that's where they'll put him after a gain of 17 and a Wilmington first down. And if anything, that's an additional benefit to the Wildcats because they'll get to take another 30 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, the more they can take off, the better they are.
Boy, there was just a hole there, and Dempsey took off. I mean, that's the difference. Sometimes he's patient, and other times he sees it and just goes.
He runs with great intelligence. He just keeps his head in the game.
So Hopwood not in any hurry at all. As a matter of fact, everybody's up to the line of scrimmage, and he's not even under center as the Cats are letting the entire play clock come down here, take a bunch of time off of that. Pitch comes right side. This is Sam Hafner, and he's in for a touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run for Sam Hafner, and Wilmington leads it 26-0 with 8:11 to go. Alan Richards on to attempt the extra point.
Well, the little freshman has done a good job kicking.
No, he's been 2 for 3 tonight, and the one that he missed, he had no chance on because the snap was a little low. Let's see what happens here. Good snap, good hold. The kick from Richards is good again. Boy, Allen has had a really nice night. 27-0 is the lead for Wilmington. 8:11 to go in the game. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
$27-0 is the lead for Wilmington here in the fourth quarter, as the Cats will get set to kick it off right to left from the 40-yard line, and Streator now is in some serious trouble when it comes to trying to win this game tonight, as they need 4 scores and they need to do it in 8 minutes. And that's not been the case so far tonight. So Lyle ends up beating Sandwich tonight 41-8.
They'll stay undefeated.
And the weird I-8 scores continue because who they've been playing really close with the last couple of weeks, and then you score 40 points and beat up on Sandwich. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. This returned out to the 36-yard line. Streator will have it there. First and 10. That means Lyle is 8-0 on the season.
When's the last time they've been like that?
I don't know.
I don't remember a time they were like that.
So 8:04 to go in the game. It is a 27-0 lead for Wilmington. 2 receivers to the far side. I formation here for Streator. Under center's Treadway. Hands it off left side. That's Riley McCurdy, who will pick up a couple of yards, maybe 3. As Streator will have it second down and 7. See how much Streator really pushes things here. I mean, They're 2-5. There's no postseason in their future. See how much they decide to really try to air it out. 2 receivers to the far side, shotgun formation, Treadway, and he'll hand it off. McCurdy trying to get around the corner, and that's not going to work. He actually did a really nice job of getting back near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he dove that last couple yards, got back to the line.
As Hopwood got out there and tripped him up, it'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Boy, he's done a really nice job, McCurdy has, in the second half running the football. A solid job.
Yeah, he has. He's done very well.
So under 7 minutes to go now.
He has 53 yards the second half.
So 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Out on the shotgun is Treadway again. Drops back, fires far side, incomplete. Or was it caught? No, incomplete. Over the head of the intended receiver, Ian Kudzelik. And it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they were willing to shoot.
8.
Go for it.
Now looks like Streator will go ahead and punt it away here with 6:43 to go in the game.
And if Wilmington can do their normal job, they can run out most of the clock with this possession. Low.
So this punt picked up down at the 30, and Wilmington will have it there, 1st 10. See if the Cats go with, and they will. They'll just keep the starters out there. I was wondering if maybe they might go to some second stringers just to keep people healthy that are left, because there have been some injuries lately. Rodewald actually does check out, as does Hunter Doherty, which is the right decision. Landon Flynn checks in. Also, Kyle Lewis in there for Wilmington at the running back spots. Sam Hafner will get a breather. Boy, has he done a nice job tonight, taking the place of Trey Shaw. By the way, Connor Dempsey out of the game as well. So back to the double wing as Hopwood's still in there. Pitch comes left side. This is Landon Flynn, who will pick up about 3 yards on 1st down, bring up 2nd down and 7.
Hafner, I believe, has 131 yards for the night.
And the lineup now for Wilmington is 79, Jason Tatera, 5'11", 181-pound senior. Bring up 2nd down and 7, 6 minutes to go in the game. Again, Hopwood under center. Take the snap. Kyle Lewis has it. Off the right side across the 35. A gain of a couple more. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 here for Wilmington as Matt Boynton, a 5'10", 174-pound senior, checks in as Cats trying to get some of these seniors into the lineup here in the last home game. Now into the lineup for Wilmington is Kyle Humphreys, the 6', 160-pound junior, as Keaton Hopwood is done for the night. Gets a hug from Trey Shaw here in the near sideline. 3rd down and 5. Pitch comes back to Flynn. He'll bang ahead across the 40. And Wilmington will pick up a 1st down. Good run.
Boy, that was
by
a
Landon
nice one.
Flynn.
Wildcat 1st down.
Gain of 6 yards. Down to 5 minutes to go. Be sure to stick around for our post-game show. Brought to you by Warren's Collision Center across the street there from McDonald's in Braidwood. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair. We'll have a final check of your stats here tonight. We'll talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raines. And we'll also have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll do all that in the post-game show tonight, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 42. Down to 4:40 left. Handoff comes left side. This across the 45. Boy, nice run there, too.
Yes.
Out near the 48-yard line. That's Landon Flynn again.
He carried 3 or 4 guys with him. Got close to 6 yards.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 4 as an injured player down at the 47-yard line. That doesn't particularly look good, the way that he's laying there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Wait, did we actually end up with a Piatone-Mantino score for once? 14-7. Piatone over Mantino. That's was at the half, which was probably a little while ago.
Oh.
So taking a look at this injured player for Streator with 4:20 to go in the game, and Wilmington leading at 27-0. Well, let's take ourselves timeout. We'll come back, see if we can find an answer to this. We'll do that in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
So Wilmington has it 2nd down and 4 from their own 48. By the way, the injured player was Isaac Beals for Streator, although he did end up getting up and going off the far side with a little bit of help. There is a loose snap, so Humphreys, I don't think, ever really got the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down here. Be 3rd down and 4. Be sure to join us next week. Cats will be on the road for week 9 at Plano to take on the Reapers. Be 7 o'clock game time here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Well, that's always a tough place to play, isn't it?
It is.
It's always a tough place.
That'll be an interesting week 9 matchup, particularly Plano was winning earlier tonight. If they can win, they would be 5-3. Wilmington would also be 5-3, and the Cats are not going to get this playoff. They do not get it off, and Wilmington waited until 5 seconds on the play clock to get in the huddle, and
don't understand that at all. But
so it goes from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9.
All the time with a guy hurt and you didn't get your playoff.
Under 3 minutes to go now in the game. So it'll be 3rd down and 9. Handoff comes the left side. And that will be a gain of 7, close to 8 by 17. We asked Coach Reentz about that last week, and I can't remember off the top of my head. Bring up 4th down and 3.
We did ask him, and he told us who that was. I didn't write it down either.
Clock rolls down to 2 minutes. The Cats will get set to punt it away here. Good snap. Kick from Imhoff is
nice kick.
Inside the 25. Actually, will roll dead right at the 25. So Streator will have one more shot at it here with 1:50 to go in the game.
They used up almost 5 minutes of clock then in that possession. So that's what they were, one of the things they wanted to do with their possession was run the clock.
Wilmington will get to 5 wins tonight. I've struggled to say that's a guarantee to get into the playoffs, but with their playoff points that they have this year, I would be very surprised if 5-4 doesn't get in. But it is a possibility. That's why when you go to Plano next week, you want to leave no doubt, get to 6-3, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it to the other people to decide. You can decide your own fate.
2 receivers to the near side. Handoff comes off the left side for Tommy Sirianni.
That was a nice stop.
As Sirianni will get essentially no gain, maybe a yard.
Going to give him 1, they say.
So again, be sure to stick around for the post-game show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center across the street from McDonald's there in Braidwood, where they care beyond the repair. Big thank you to Warren's for sponsoring the post-game show. We'll have a final check of your stats. We'll have one more full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Oda Kirk Allred and Associates. And we will also have an interview with the coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raines. So 2 receivers to either side. Out of the shotgun here is Jimmy Treadway. He'll take the snap and hands it off across the 30, 35, out to the 40, 45, and finally out to the 47-yard line goes Tommy Sirianni. Be a gain of 20 yards and a Streator first down. By the way, the Bulldogs have rotated a bunch of their subs in too. So it's kind of second team against second team here, more or less.
Yeah, Sirianni is a backup.
Actually, it looks like he has some decent speed, though.
Yeah, pretty strong guy.
Out of the shotgun, handoff goes to the far side. That's Sirianni, and that time around, Grant Imhoff was not having any of that, and he drops Sirianni for a rather large loss of 5 yards. It'll bring up second down and 15, down to 30 seconds to go in the game. And Streator might not even run another play. They don't really need to. They do send one in. I guess they'll run one more here. Down to 20 seconds to go in the game. So you get one more look here for the Bulldogs. Out of the shotgun again is Treadway. Under 10 seconds to go in the game now. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off up the middle across the 45 out into the 48-yard line goes Carter Spears. A gain of 7 yards for Carter, and that will do it for the game here tonight. Wilmington moves to 5-3 on the year with a 27-0 win over Streator. So the Wildcats get another win here tonight. Gets set for a showdown with Plano next week. Good effort for the Wildcats. And welcome into the postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center across the street from McDonald's there in Braidwood. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair. We'll come back. We'll get to your final stats here in just a moment. Wilmington wins it 27-0. We're back with more in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
Hey, Billy, where do you think you're going with that beer?
What's the big deal? He is at home.
Nice, Bob. Real nice.
Look, they're practically grown. They're juniors and seniors now, and they're here for the day. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that may be true for yours, but you can't let the others drink.
In Illinois, the social host law holds adults accountable for underage drinking.
If a minor who was drinking at your house injures or kills someone, you are guilty of a Class 4 felony. You get fined. You go to jail. So, being the host, aka the adult, letting high schoolers drink is illegal.
Be their guide, don't provide. If you or someone you know abuses alcohol or drugs, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Big thank you to Warren's for sponsoring our postgame show here this year on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Wilmington wins at 27-0 tonight over Streator. We'll get to your final stat totals here in just a moment. We also have a check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates, which we'll get to here in just a few minutes as well. And then we'll talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Reentz, in just a few minutes. Matter of fact, while we're finishing up these stat totals, I'll go ahead and take a look at the IHSA football scoreboard, if I can locate it around here somewhere. Let's see. Let's start with the I-8 scores tonight. This was a halftime score from earlier. Piatone leading Mantino 14-7. Last time we heard, Coal City was leading Reed Custer 7-0, and that game's got to be getting very late, and it's still 7-0. Plano leads Herscher 20-14. If Plano can hang on, that would set up a battle of a couple 5-3 teams next week. Lisle blew out Sandwich tonight 41-8. That is a final. Other scores from around the area: Seneca 49, Moments 20. It was Warren leading Westmont 6-0. Dwight blowing out Hoopston 51-0. Keeneland leads Morris 50-7. As Keeneland blowing the doors off Morris tonight. Some other scores from around the area, more or less. Rochelle leading Ottawa Township 28-0 tonight. I'm just going to skip through a few things here. DeKalb 31-0 over Yorkville. Providence losing to Montini. Montini beating them 27-3 so far tonight. Wow. By the way, Bishop McNamara, who might end up at 3A, 55-0 over Aurora Central Catholic. That game's now a final. Let's see. Lincoln Way West 19-0 over Stagg. Lincoln Way Central 14-11 over Sandburg. Minooka beat Joliet West tonight. That's a final 17-6. Plainfield South, Plainfield North tied at 7. Plainfield East leads Romeoville 17-6. Oswego East 37-0 over Plainfield Central. It's Oswego 49, Joliet Central 0. Nazareth blowing out Joliet Catholic tonight. That's 49-20. And check a couple other, if I can find anything else. Oh, by the way, the battle of the unbeatens, 23-7. Washington up on Metamora. Those two 7 and 0 teams tonight. Immaculate Conception, by the way, beating St. Francis 34-7. And I think that's it for local.
What was Byron
scores? I don't see Byron on this list. Actually, I probably should have added that to the list.
That's one we always have somewhere lurking in the shadows for us.
I'm sure they're not having a problem. Final stats here tonight. First off, let's look at Streator rushing the football. Jimmy Treadway, 2 rushes for -7 yards. Riley Cole, 3 carries for 8 yards. It was Riley McCurdy who actually had a really good night.
Yes, he did.
13 carries for 61 yards, most of that in the second half. Carter Spears, 5 carries for 15 yards. Tommy Sirianni, 3 rushing attempts for 16 yards. Streator, 27 rushes for 96 yards. Through the air, Jimmy Treadway, 5 of 17 for 39 yards. His big target tonight, Logan Coulter, who caught 4 passes for 30 yards. We'll get to the Wilmington stats here in just a moment. Joined here on our postgame show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Reintz. And Coach, tonight that was just a good grinded out. Use some clock. I know you kind of had a couple of guys down for injuries, and you just managed to hang on to the football, work clock. Your defense played lights out, and you get a good win over Streator.
Yeah, it really did, and hats off to our offense. I thought Barry called a great game, offensive line-wise. We were moving people. The best, we've talked about it many times, John, the best defense is when their offense is on the sideline. And we didn't take Streator for granted, particularly off of the tight game they had last week with Lyle. And so for our kids to come out, and what a great way to send out our seniors. And this senior group, I tell you what, if it can happen weather-wise, it happens to these guys. You know?
That's true.
The Coal City game gets canceled, or we get moved, and then we got senior night here, and it's rainy and it's cold, but kids didn't care. Accolades also to Sammy Hafner picking up all the for Trey Shaw and doing everything there, and but real happy for our seniors. Defensively, I thought a couple turnovers, huge. Real happy for Antonio DeFoya. He the poor kid fumbles the punt, comes back and makes an interception, and so real glad to see him not have his head down and just come back and play. So that brings us to week 9, if we can imagine that, and we'll start getting ready for Plano. But accolades to our seniors. Very proud of them and our whole coaching staff and everybody to get this big 5th win. And
the other thing tonight, the special teams, you kind of had to move some things around last week. That seemed to kind of come together a little bit tonight. There was one snap that was a little bit errant, but other than that, it looked pretty good on the extra points tonight.
Yeah, no, it was, and good for Richards. Good for him to get a little bit of confidence in there, and I thought he did a great job kicking off. I know there's a couple that went a little short, but I tell you, we were able with him to, kick it to this particular kid. And as the game went on, he got better and better at that. So special teams is a huge part of the game. We're not happy that we didn't get a couple extra points there, but it looks like we got fixed by the end of the game. But, something we got to continue to work on. And with the freshman, too, every time he kicks, we get a little more confidence. So I'm happy for that.
All right, now you head on the road to Plano. Last time we heard they were up by, I think, 7 or something on Herscher. That game was getting late.
Okay.
But that, no matter what happens in that game, that's a showdown next week at Plano. That's we talk about week 9, and do you want that tough game at week 9 or not? Well, you don't have a choice this year because you've got it at week 9.
Right, and going up there is always a tough deal, and they'll be ready. They play hard, just like Streator does tonight, and we got to go up there and we got to play good football, and. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. But we do know we're going against a good ball club, and so if they lose tonight, that means they'll be playing for their playoff lives next week. If they win, they're probably in. But so you'll have 2 5-3s going at it, and whenever us and Plano go at it, it's 2 physical teams. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a win tonight. A good senior night win. The other thing too is they're late. A couple of those seniors got to go in and get some playing time there, which was nice to see.
I apologize to some of our juniors that didn't get in, but we wanted all of our seniors to get all the time they could tonight. And we did get those guys in, so that was good. And a lot of smiley faces on the sideline, so it was good.
All right, Coach, congratulations tonight. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys, thanks a lot.
All right, 27-0 the win for Wilmington tonight over Streator. You know, we never actually got to the Wilmington stats. Let's get there now. I'm just going to go ahead and just quickly repeat a couple of things for Streator. Rushing the football tonight, 27 rushing attempts for 96 yards. About 20 or 30 of those was very late. Second team against second team, so they really gave up about 60 yards rushing tonight, did the Wilmington defense. And through the air, Jimmy Treadway, 5 of 17 for 39 yards and 2 interceptions. For Wilmington tonight, rushing the football, Keaton Hopwood, 2 rushing attempts for 11 yards. Connor Dempsey ran the ball 24 times, 179 yards and 2 touchdowns. Landon Flynn, 3 carries for 15 yards. Jacob Rodewald ran it once for 5 yards. Good to see him back full-time at that fullback position. Sam Hafner, boy, you want to talk about stepping in for Trey Shaw. How's this? 21 rushes, 131 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Not bad, is it?
I think that'll do. That'll do just fine. Let's see. Wilmington 60. Count them, 60 rushing attempts, 348 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Through the air, Keaton Hopwood was, did they attempt 2 passes? 0 for 2?
Yeah,
0 for 2
I didn't write that
tonight. But Wilmington, 348 yards of offense to outgain Streator, 348 to 135. Good win for Wilmington. Get to win number 5, which more than likely is enough to get in no matter what, but you don't want to leave it to that. You want to see what happens next week at Plano and try to get to 6, and then there is no doubt, and you are in for sure. Last time we heard, Plano is leading Herscher 20-14. That game now getting late. Coal City leads Reed Custer 14-0. That's in the 4th quarter. Plano leads Herscher 20-14. That's also in the 4th quarter. And then another final from tonight. Lyle beats Sandwich 41-8. So we'll see you next week. From Plano, week 9. Doesn't seem like we should be there right now, but we are. And it'll be week 9 next week from Plano, 7 o'clock. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight from a cold, wet Becker Field here at Reigns Stadium as the Cats win it 27-0. We'll see you next week from Plano. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Big thank you to all of our sponsors. You've been listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.